good, mate. I see the forward wideband visible. And I did not need to pull back on the release rings.
Okay, Danny, stand by. Break Houston with this particular QD. Do we still want the snapback test?
Yes, Pat, we do.
Okay, copy. Danny, we'll take the snapback test.
Here we go.
And the forward wideband still visible?
Good snapback test. Forward wideband is visible.
Full test?
Good full test.
And now we're going to and a visual gap test.
Good visual gap test.
Okay, we're going to open the valve. I want you to assess the side loads, press that button down, and move the valve forward.
Okay, forward. Okay, that's complete.
Check aft white visible, D10 button up.
Aft wideband visible, D10 button is up.
Verify D10 button can be depressed.
Can be depressed.
And if you'll rotate the locking collar to the lock position.
Okay, it's unlocked.
Okay, that's good news. We've got that one done. If you'll replace the thermal booty and close the TA clamps as required.
It works.
And Houston copies, well done.
This is Mission Control Houston. Danny Olivas and Christopher Fuglesang have completed all of the connections of the fluid lines, the nitrogen pressurization lines, and the electrical connections for the new ammonia tank assembly. Olivas and Fuglesang continue to operate with maximum efficiency. Next up will be the ungrapple of the old ammonia tank assembly from its grapple point at the end of the Canadarm2 for a handoff by Olivas over to Fuglesang to begin to maneuver the spent tank back down toward Discovery's cargo bay to be bolted in place on the cargo pallet at the rear of the payload bay.
All right, Christopher, you have the whole tank.
Thank you. I have the tank.
Thank you. Good job.
So, Danny, if you feel like they're clear, then we can give Kevin a go to maneuver to the payload bay.
Okay, Kevin, I think you're about 5 feet away from nadir of the truss and about 4 feet away from the stanchion camera system.
Copy. Thank you.
And you were clear. Line into the payload bay.
Okay, we're going to take him to a position to start a joint cast up. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to hold off from egress in the EVA until the ammonia tank is out of the way.
Sounds good.
Hey, Pat, I'm happy with my clearance. I'm going to run egress the APFR.
Okay, Danny. And once you're out and get your waist tether, then we're going to head back over and close the shroud.
Copy.
STS-128 mission specialist Christopher Fuglesang getting quite the view now as he makes his way back toward Discovery's payload bay with his spent ammonia tank assembly. Denny Olivas, meanwhile, moving hand over hand down the station's structure back toward the payload bay. Discovery and the International Space Station now passing 222 miles above the South Pacific Ocean. You see Olivas down there in the bottom of the payload bay. Fuglesang there right above him, still holding the old ammonia tank assembly. The structure at the back of Discovery's payload bay that they're going to attach this old tank to is called the Lightweight Multi-Purpose Experiment Support Structure Carrier, or LMC for short. It's basically a customized stowage platform that goes in the very back of the shuttles.
Okay, I see good direction into the payload bay.
Copy.
Okay, you can stop the aft.
Copy.
Continue down.
Down.
Hang on right there, Christopher.
I think we can move it down. Do you reach it?
I can reach it.
All right. What about we just drag
Okay.
it?
Hold motion right there.
I'm holding.
We're going to try and get this thing in manually from here. Okay, Christopher?
Yeah.
I'm pulling starboard.
Okay.
And I'm in bolt 1 and bolt 2.
Bolt 2 is
Sorry,
on.
bolt 3, bolt 4 are in.
And bolt 1 and 2 are on.
You guys are sure you're solid with the arm? I'm going to take the brakes on.
Yeah. You can
Mission is complete. Thank you.
Brakes are on.
Get it? Thanks for a long ride. Nice ride. Smooth flying. I'm glad to be. It's over right now. And Christopher, once you're out, if you can GCA the arm to the cleanup position for your tether swap. All right, I'll do that. Okay, bolt 1. Turns and 2.5 on torque. Copy. Actually, it was 19.8 turns if you want more closer.
Pat Danny, I'm at 307.
Copy, Danny. Okay, here comes bolt number 2.
This is a shot of Christopher Fuglesang still down inside Discovery's payload bay, wrapping up the activities on this old ammonia tank assembly. While he is doing that, Danny Olivas is up on the S1 truss, working on an ammonia tank assembly up there.
20 turns on GP4.
Copy. What you want?
There is a stubborn bolt up there that is holding that ammonia tank assembly in place. He was supposed to remove it, but they're going to skip that activity, bump that to STS 131.
Target is facing aft and zenith.
And what he's doing now is removing some bolts to where a fixed grapple bar is going to be affixed to this ammonia tank assembly. This fixed grapple bar, as you can see toward the top right part of your screen, will allow the robotic arm to reach out and grab onto the ammonia tank assembly, just like what was done during this mission with both the old tank and the new tank.
And Station Discovery on the big loop with some happy news. The new ATA has been checked out, is fully integrated, and is doing well. Our Struck and Mech team has looked at that bolt number 3 on the old ATA, and it's perfectly good for landing, so that's all good. And we're about 50 minutes ahead of the timeline. Great job, everybody.
Thanks. Good job, Houston. Thanks.
Good job, guys.
Welcome to Flight Day 7 highlights for STS-128. It's been a great mission. We're getting closed in inside with them so that we can help them with all procedures and get them ready to go outside on EVA 2.
We had another big day in the MPLM today. There's CJ coming out with a piece of equipment that's going to be stowed somewhere on station. We're really filling it up. It's hard to believe there'll be room for the HTV in just a little while.